Good morning, class. Today we are working on Reader's Notebook, Lesson 25, pages 355 and page 356. And we are working on contractions today. On page 355, we're working on forming contractions with the word not. A contraction is a word formed by joining two words into one shorter word, and an apostrophe takes the place of the letter or letters dropped in making the other word. You can combine some verbs with the word not to make contractions. And some examples of contractions would be the word don't. So we have the word do, and we have the word not, and we're adding them together. So we're adding do and not, and that is the word don't. D-O-N apostrophe T. So the apostrophe takes the place of the O, and it makes the word don't. That is a contraction. Another example of a contraction is the word aren't, and we have the words are, and we're adding not. So are and not. And the contraction for are not is aren't. A-R-E-N apostrophe T. And again, in this one, the apostrophe takes the place of O. So aren't. We also have and have and not, which makes haven't. Will and not, which makes won't. And will and not is one that is going to be different because it doesn't become willn't, it becomes won't. So make sure you pay attention to that, okay, as you work through these. Number 1 through 5, it says on the line, write a contraction for the underlined words. Okay, we hope they will not get lost when they hike through the national park. Well, the contraction for will not is the word won't. So it's W-O-N apostrophe T, won't. Number 2, Nasser knows there are not many different paths to take, and so are not. The contraction for are not is the word aren't. A-R-E-N apostrophe T, aren't. You can go ahead and complete 3, 4, and 5 on your own. Number 6 through 8, it says, rewrite the sentences using a contraction with the verb and not. So the explorers did not stop traveling for many months. What I'm going to have you underline the verb and then not, and then just write what it should be. So it's did not. The contraction for did not is didn't. D-I-D-N apostrophe T. Instead of rewriting the whole sentence, let's just identify the verb and not, and then write the contraction on the line instead of rewriting the whole sentence. You can go ahead and do that for numbers 7 and 8 as well. And you can then move on to page 356 when you are ready. Page 366 is contractions with pronouns. That's like I'm, you've, he's, she's, they'd. So you can make contractions with pronouns and some helping verbs. Use an apostrophe to take the place of the letter or letters that are dropped. I am is I'm. They are is there, T-H-E-Y, apostrophe R-E. There is one that people mess up all the time, and we worked on that in different forms last week. You have is you've, Y-O-U apostrophe V-E. He is he's, H-E apostrophe S. She has is she's, S-H-E apostrophe S. And then he had is he'd, H-E apostrophe D. So what you're going to do in numbers 1 through 4 is write a contraction for the underlined words. You will is you'll, Y-O-U apostrophe L-L, you'll. And you're getting rid of the W-I, and that's being replaced by the apostrophe. He is an example up there, so you can do that one on your own. The next one, he is planning to go with us, so he is. That's number 2. Number 3, she walked the Appalachian Trail, but he said he would never do it. Okay, and he and would to be he, H-E apostrophe D. He'd never do it. H-E apostrophe D. He'd. Go ahead and complete we have been into the Rocky Mountains on your own. So you're going to complete 2 and 4 on your own on the top. Numbers 5 through 8, it says rewrite each sentence to use a contraction for each pronoun and helping verb. We're going to do just like we did on the previous page. I am reading a book about Lewis and Clark, so we have I am. You need to figure out what the contraction for I am is. It's going to be I'm, capital I, apostrophe M, I'm. Same thing in numbers 6, 7, and 8. Just identify the contraction by underlining it. Thomas Jefferson knew he would be expanding the U.S. territory, and that's going to be he would, and that's going to be he'd, H-E apostrophe D. 7 and 8 you can do on your own. Again, you do not need to rewrite those sentences. When you have finished with pages 355 and 356, take a picture, attach it to your assignment, upload, and turn it in on Teams. Thank you.